So months ago, I developed an idea or concept to explain what writing and drawing truly are, and it's called the written image construct. Abstract. The written image construct is an idea about the ontological nature of what drawing and writing really are. Exploration of abstract, metaphysical, experimental, philosophical, aesthetic themes mixed with a nostalgic horror case study on Goosebumps the Haunted Mask, 1995 pilot episode, to execute a framework for the reader in understanding the methodology of adapting a 90s TV show into meta horror drawn storyboards with theory. An abstract new view on mathematics as well as art analysis is presented to unify into a critical commentary on the nature of creation while conveying Gnosis on topological surfaces for transmitting information and meaning, something we've all been utilizing and evolving for centuries within writing. In a landscape of simulacra, the only move that matters is an original one. Think of this idea as a way to understand what happens when reality wears a mask. Words are images and symbols are the images of words. Most of the time I try to stay away from brain rot, fast-paced entertainment numbouts like social media to focus on making writing with art, creating books, and producing videos. This idea is a result of such monk-induced asceticism. Months ago I had the idea to translate, document, and storyboard the Haunted Mask pilot episode from the Goosebumps TV show 1995, 30 years later. The result produced an abstract philosophical case study for nostalgic purposes. You can think of this process as something new called theoretical nostalgia. It utilizes sequential art like comics to create a 90s Halloween adaptation that deconstructs a classic TV horror plot using storyboards and meta diagramming. The aim was to document the entire process of re-engineering a personal favorite 90s episode into a wholly original visual case study that I ended up fusing with abstract philosophy and somehow attempting to solve the field of mathematics. This project's second skin, the written image construct, serves as a visual case study deconstruction breakdown into image adaptation, analysis, and ontology of the image itself. It takes the narrative and visual foundation of the Haunted Mask pilot episode and provides a weird case study combined with an abstract theory on what drawing and writing really are. The project intends to act as a critical commentary on the source material's visual structure while demonstrating an ontological methodology for transcription into graphic media. I'm showing my process within this project called Cosmic Art Gnosis. This uses old school television as a transcription tool to adapt a story and imagery into new philosophical artwork studies, which are also sort of mathematical in approach. This manifesto is an intentional tool to unlock your perspective. You can grab a copy of my book, and you can join my new Substack if you're interested in following more of my work. So to clearly explain what this project is about, it's where I storyboard the episode of The Haunted Mask, the 90s episode from 1995, the pilot episode, and then I use abstract philosophy and math to explain my process, which is called Cosmic Art Gnosis. And what happens is I explain the nature of writing and drawing, which is topological and mathematical in its approach. It's about writing on surfaces and conveying information to transmit meaning and experience. I even take it a step further and explain that mathematics is an aesthetic entity that when written out, it becomes its own abstract entity like Plato's math world envisioned by people like Penrose, Roger Penrose. And I also attempt to solve the realm of math by flattening it into an image construct. That's what the book is about. So this is an abstract tome or book, if you will, my new book here, about the nature of image constructs. Humans transmit information compressed into flat surface images. What is writing? What is drawing? It's something inscribed onto a surface that's flattened to transmit meaning. When we do that, and when we did that in nature, it became its own abstract entity independent of people. almost holographic in nature, like a holographic aesthetic technology humans use to convey meaning and transmit information and experience. When we also do that, that surface reality artifact of writing or drawing becomes its own sigilization, as in magic. If you study chaos magic or know what that is, there's a process of creating sigils that imbues meaning and intent into physical drawn forms or magical symbols. When we write or do anything physical to transmit meaning, that's what we're also doing, is partaking in a magical process of creating a super sigil when we write. So essentially when we write or draw, we're creating sigils, which is a magical process. So writing is magical. Speaking is magical too, because we spell, we use words. So the act of writing and speaking is essentially spell casting if you really break it down archaically. So if you like these new cutting-edge abstract ideas that I made without using any AI, you can follow my work here on YouTube, and you can subscribe to my new Substack. Link will be in the description. My name is Adam Ledford Genesis. I like developing and working with the ontological nature of the image since I'm an author, artist, and illustrator. If you like what you've seen here today, feel free to subscribe and hit that bell to get the recent notifications for my abstract ontological work. As always, thank you for coming, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.